Okay.
Yo, it's Chris from the Nerd Gang, back with Rising Phoenix Odyssey Creator Championships winner 2021, round 3 of the losers bracket. Today we got SS Brian from the Nerd Gang versus Pandemia Victor from Budokai DBS, who is actually a Chilean YouTube channel for Dragon Ball Super card game. You see we have set 1 Broly versus Invoker. Real quick, we take a look at Brian's deck list. It's a pretty standard Invoker list, but against hand destruction, this could be an issue. I'm joined here by Chris F. from the Nerd Gang, and
Hey.
maybe some others popping in later. And we'll see if we can do our best to make this entertaining.
True nerd gang fashion.
Yeah. Alright, so charge and pass from Brian. Charge a green for Broly. Broly swings. And on Broly's swing, both players have to discard a card. But when Broly discards the Saiyan Berserker, he gets to search his deck for Broly's ring and activate it. And then he can take 1 or 2 life. So he finds the Demonic Restraint, which is the new reprint Broly's ring. It's a better version of Broly's ring. And he plays that onto the field. Brian lost a Inspired Technique on his discard. The Broly player took 2 life off of the SS3 Broly's auto to play the Broly's ring. He's going to try to race to awaken as soon as possible. And now he also is going to have the ability to, on his leader swing, he can actually destroy his own Demonic Restraint. And that will let him replay it and take a card from his life to his hand to help himself awaken even faster. And then activate main, he can pay 3 green, and he can choose a mono green Broly energy cost 6 or less in his hand and play it. So he gets to play a 6 drop for 3.
Off to a solid start.
Yeah. Now he's going to summon the Meager Unison.
Yes, no.
So now even if Brian swings at the Unison to avoid giving the leader the ability to awaken, he can just use Demigra's permanent to take a life instead of losing a marker. Because like I said, he's going to try to race to awaken, because on the backside he can... Okay, I guess he took that back. He's not going to do that. Okay, he just took it back. That's weird.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Hard to hear without hearing them.
Right. Oh, they still had to finish the leader swing. Because he did all that discarding and played his Demonic Restraint, they never finished the leader swing. So Brian discarded Tyranny's Cost to gain 5k. So now the Demigra Unison comes out in the correct sequential order and swings at the lead. He gave him +1, so it is a 15k attack. And then he's going to combo a Ribrianne behind it. So it is just straight up hand destruction. And Invoker struggles against hand destruction because it's a combo based deck, so you need all your pieces in your hand, not in your drop. And also, I'm just now noticing, since Brian did go first and he did charge a mono blue, he did not have Tournament of Power Arena, or else he would have played it already. So now he has to do an energy exhaust charge. This is like a bad matchup for him, and he's already starting behind the 8 ball even more because his starting hand
started out wrong.
Yep.
Yep.
So now he'll swing at Unison. The Unison is just a 5k. And he's going to activate battle on his leader, drop an extra card. He's going to draw a card, rip a life, and get +5. So it's 15 swinging at 5. The Broly player is probably just going to take the life instead of losing a marker. And that's exactly what he did to go down to 5. And then Brian has to pass. there's really no turn 2 play for Invoker. There's especially not
That
a
was
turn
about
2
it.
play if he doesn't have Tournament of Power Arena out. So now Broly will charge up to 2. He'll probably just rib Rian from the drop to rip 2 cards from hand. And here's the Demonic Restraint play. Since when Broly swings, you have to choose a card in your hand and drop it. He's going to drop another rib Rian, so he's just stacking them up in the drop. He'll probably play something, play Dodoria, where when he swings he can take a life, so then he can awaken and swing in with double strike.
Rip your hand from you.
Yeah, because he'll awaken then, and then when his leader swings on the backside, it not only makes you discard a card, but it'll also blow up something on both fields.
Okay.
So what he'll do is the Broly player will blow up his own Demonic Restraint field card because it replays itself from the drop.
Perfect.
Yep. He's paying 2.
Brian tries to get a hand now.
Yep. He paid 2. He did a rib, dropping the big girl to the warp. So Brian has to discard 2. Now the Unison's swinging at him. Now one thing that's okay about Brian discarding is he is discarding all of his dual color extra cards. So he is fueling up for Apex if he can survive till turn 5. He used Dimension Magic to get out of the Unison attack.
Need some good negates for a few turns.
Yeah, I mean, an Invoker does have good negates. It's just this is going to be hard here because he's probably going to have to charge Energy Exhaust again. Or lose a mono blue, and there's not many mono blue in the deck. Oh, he charged red. That's not very good either.
Pandemia had it 6 for 3, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so next turn he can play a 6-drop Broly just by paying 3 energy. So Brian's
counterplay
swinging at the Demigra. Activate battle. He's ditching the extra card to draw a card. He did not rip a life. But it is 15 at the Demigra's 5. So the Broly player takes the life instead of losing the counter. So now Broly can awaken next turn. And when he awakens, he draws 2. So if he doesn't have a 6-drop Broly in hand, he'll be able to awaken, draw 2, and then potentially get one to do his tap 3 to play a 6.
Trying to see some cards.
Yeah, Tyranny's Cost there is and Sleepy Boy Technique are going to be Brian's really only 2 options of draw power.
Keep one open for a counterplay.
Yep.
Use wisely.
Yeah. Yep, now he's going to straight up just awaken. There's no reason not to, because he draws 2 off of it, like I was saying. So now he'll start cycling Demonic Restraint. Okay, so when he attacks, Brian has to discard a card. And both players have to blow up something on their field, but Brian doesn't have anything. So the Broly player will just blow up Demonic Restraint and then replay it, and he can rip a life when it replays if he wants to. But since he's already at 4, he's probably just going to stay. Unless if he's really digging for a 6.
Made nothing to put out on the field the turn before if it's going to get ripped.
Yep. Okay, and since Brian had to discard for the Broly swing, he plays the Goku, which is a critical attacker. Now he's comboing the Master Roshi into the drop. So it's 20k swing. Brian Beans is leader. He's at 15.
awaken?
He might have to. Okay, now he's going to activate battle. He's going to
Ooh.
ditch an extra card to get another 5. So now he's up to 20, and he drew a card. It's like now if he wants to awaken, he has to lose 2 more cards from hand for his Surge Awaken.
Yeah.
That's hurt, man, to lose 4 cards on one attack.
But then you draw 3.
Yeah. Yeah, so really you plus 1
You
because
swing
you got
that
to
1.
put 2 under the leader and then you draw 3.
But I don't know if you can hold out. I think you do. You got a few more turns.
Yeah. And the good thing is
I'd
that
rather
now
use your awaken.
he beamed,
Yes.
so his leader is 15. So the critical Goku is also 15. And that's what's coming in now is the critical Goku. So what did Brian do to get out of that? I guess he used Beerus. Look, and the guy's making him put another card under the deck with the super combo. That sucks, man. So now he's down to 2 cards.
Yeah, that's the one I run on my Weirdo.
Yeah, and now this is a critical attack, so Brian won't even see the... Yep, the life goes right to the drop.
And he loses it too. Damn.
Yep. So now he can Ribrianne to take Brian's other 2 cards. All right, the Demigra's 15, swinging
He
out of
dropped
15.
the counter attack too.
Yeah, this is 15 at 15. Brian should just Surge Awaken now so the Ribrianne doesn't rip his cards.
And what a mismatch up.
Oh, yeah. This is exactly what we talked about the past couple nights.
Yeah.
Is if it's hand destruction, there's nothing you can do, man.
I wish it was posted. I guess not. Everybody be playing the same thing then.
Yep. All right, Brian took the life. Now he's got a nice 3 cards in hand. Yep, look, pay 3. He's probably going to play a 6-drop Broly that has double strike. Yep. And it's going to rip 2 cards out of Brian's
That's
hand.
going to be GG.
Oh, yeah. Unless if the 1 card that he doesn't rip is a negate.
Yeah, that's not likely. Maybe if
Probably
it is,
not.
what,
He
draw
already-
1 card
he already
and you gotta put
charged-
it in your energy next turn? You're
Right.
in trouble.
He charged 1 Dimension Magic, used another one, lost 2 beans and a super combo already.
Yeah. Dang.
Okay, let's see what the first... Okay, he ripped the 2 outside cards. All right, a super combo and a Vegeta. So if this is a negate, we get another turn. Is it a Dimension Magic or a Sleepy
You
Boy?
can't awaken.
Oh, no. Yeah, he can't awaken either. And Sleepy Boy costs 3. So he can't even Sleepy Boy. It has to be a Dimension Magic.
Unless it could be raised, right? 20 and above.
It could be Violent Rays. Violent Rays does negate the attack. Oh, he just scoops. Oh, man. Oh,
Dang.
jeez. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop Brian's deck back up on my screen here. Now, looking at the sideboard, he does have 2 more Tyranny's Cost he can side in, just to try to draw more cards. Unending Awakening is a negate that can give his leader +5 for the turn, kind of like a Sensu Bean, so he may want to put those in also. But I don't see the game lasting
Not much you can do.
to turn 5, which is when Brian needs it to get
no.
to. Like,
You know, it's not how you're going to get past that turn 3 again.
right.
You know it's going to go off the same exact way. I bet
Yes.
you
Yep.
turn 1 unisons, it's going to be the same exact thing.
The thing with that Broly deck is that it runs so many different 6-drops. So,
Yeah.
like, he can, if he has multiple in hand, he can choose which one fits best. Like, that time it was play that 6 because he's double strike and he rips 2 cards from hand.
And let's acknowledge how nice of a guy he is that he let this game go off. I probably would have just said, sorry.
Right.
You missed your playtime.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good guy, Brian, letting the match
Right.
be postponed tonight because Victor got stuck at work. And we all know what that's
Just to
like.
get smacked around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Brian actually charged a card, and Victor wasn't even done his mulligan yet. So that's how bad you know this is going to be, because he didn't even charge a mono blue, so that means he doesn't have Tournament of Power Arena. Look at that. And Victor gets to go second. And
Just
he
charged past. He had
just,
nothing to do. He's like,
yeah.
why did I have to go first?
Yep. All right. So Broly swings. Both players have to discard.
Drop a card.
If the Broly player has that SS3 Broly in hand, oh, he did not have it. Oh wait, it was discarded by a leader skill, so now it plays from the drop and rips a life. That's stupid. So he gets to play it and rip a life. Oh, that's crazy. And then Brian had to discard a Royal Condemnation, which triggered the Goku to get summoned. So now he's going to look at another attack this turn. And then he's probably going to play the Demigra Unison for 1, so it'll be a third attack this turn. I don't know
What's this?
I don't know if Brian can even afford. I don't even know if Brian can afford to use his Activate Battle to discard an extra card. I mean, he will see more cards if he does it that way, though, because he gets to draw and rip a life, which it looks like he's going to do. He's going to discard the Violent Rays, take a life, and draw a card. So he's 15. He gets out of that attack. All right, now the critical attack coming in. Probably just for 15 crit. Unless if, who knows, maybe the dude... Oh, alright, so he super combos and make him bottom of oh. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, he
knows. It makes your decision easier. Now now you lose the card anyway. Now you're not going to counter it. And you lose a life.
Oh, he can rival Cooler.
Serious.
Yeah, he's going to rival Cooler. Nice. So he's going to kill the Goku with the Cooler.
Wow.
Oh, no, it doesn't even kill him. It
Minus 10.
It gets Brian out of the attack.
He's a 5. He'll have to hit him. Yeah. Or no, that's the end of their turn. He'll go back to 15.
Yeah, it'll go back to 15 at the end of the turn. It's good that Victor put the counter, like, just to acknowledge what happened, but it really isn't going to mean anything because the Goku can't restand.
Yeah. Courtesy.
Yeah, definitely the right way to do it.
Pro player. At least he did something that turn.
I don't know how that Ribrianne just got to the drop area. It went from the main to the drop.
Fight counter.
Oh, he had to mill one off a Cooler. I forgot about that effect. So when Cooler's played, the top card of the deck goes to the drop, and it just so happens to be a card that Broly wants in the drop anyway. How terrible is that?
No.
Alright, so now he's going to try to clear the Goku. 20k swinging into 15.
Forgot to counter.
Yeah, the counter would be gone. There it goes. So me and Brian did briefly talk about if he does run into something that's a hard counter, that he just needs to pressure as fast as possible. And I'm going to say that that's why he coolered already. Alright, so the guy pays 1 for Dormant. It does not negate this attack, but since he discarded a green card, Brian only gets 1 more attack this turn. Which for Invoker doesn't really matter. And he makes him bottom another card.
Card then shouldn't attack.
Jeez. So Brian can still swing with leader at the Goku. Oh, he just passes. I was gonna say he can swing with leader at the Goku.
No, why? You're just gonna lose another
discard his.
You're gonna lose that card anyway.
He's gonna lose the card right now when Broly swings.
You're gonna lose it anyway.
So he probably should have just swung at the Goku. But I mean, I could feel the same way that I bet Brian feels right now, that there's no hope in this match.
Look,
so
he's got a chance. He might negate this attack. You know, maybe that's the negate, and he's going to hit this attack.
Nah.
There you
super
go.
combo to restand.
Supered it.
And now he's got 2 open
Heck.
energy and no cards in hand.
Yeah,
At
but at
least he
least
can't
I don't know why
discard.
he didn't swing with Broly first.
Right, yeah, to rip that card.
Well, I mean, he only has one card too.
Yeah.
Maybe Pandemia ain't want to drop it either.
He wouldn't have to because of the demonic restraint.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it counts as a Broly's ring.
Got 7. It's a different dynamic, this game.
Yeah. I mean, if they're both going to play with one card in hand, then Brian has a
Yeah.
chance.
Might as well just play face up.
All right, so there, this, and Brian didn't even
number
charge.
2.
Brian didn't charge. He didn't charge the one card he had. So this is probably a multicolor extra card. Yep. So he's going to draw 1 and pull 1 from life. So he's slowly going to build his hand size back up. So now it's 15 swinging at that Goku, and I don't think Victor's going to try to save it at all. Yeah. I mean, we don't know what the one card in hand is, obviously, but now Brian has a 20k double strike, but why would you give him 2 cards by swinging at his leader? And that's why he passes. He's got 2 cards in hand. Victor already has a Ribrianne and drop, so he can just rip those 2 cards right out of Brian's hand. Plus his leader swing rips another card. All right, he plays Paragus to sacrifice. It's just going to sit on the board.
Trying to get the cards he needs. Both of them, neither of them got what they need.
Yeah.
Good old Mexican standoff.
Yeah. Straight up. Oh, that's a very nice play. What he did with the Paragus was he summoned it, and you choose a card in your battle area other than this card and place it in the drop. So he chose the Demonic Restraint, put it in the drop, and since it was placed in the drop by one of his skills, he got to replay it and take a life. And then he also drew off the Paragus effect. So he just drew 2 cards.
Getting his hand back.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Who can grow their hand faster?
So now he's swinging at lead. Brian has to discard a card to go back down to 1. He discards the Invoker Vegeta. Now it's 10 at 10 right now. And Brian's doing the same play again. He's just, it's okay to ditch a card because you get to draw 1 and rip 1 from life. So he's
trying to get something else.
He's doing the best he can, yeah. And at least he can't get Ribrianne this turn because the guy already tapped 1.
Enough energy.
Yep. Okay. Brian got another turn. He's got to. Brian has to keep
2,
not
3
attacking.
Again. He's got to charge something.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He has to charge and he can't attack.
He's gonna have to get the kill shot 1 turn.
He just has to hope that Victor doesn't have a 6-drop Broly, because next turn he can do his 6-drop Broly play again. Oh, Brian's attacking. He must have something. Oh, I was gonna say he must have something up his sleeve, but now I think he's second guessing that. He can't attack. All it's going to do is give cards. He Surge Awakens with the last 2 cards in his hand. So now he's awakened.
Gets 3 different cards in his hand.
Yeah.
Then.
All right, you know what he's going to do here? He's going to detach 1. Because his life's at 5 or less, he's going to look at Victor's hand, and he's going to rip out an extra card or a battle card 35 power or less and place it in the drop. So if he has a 6-drop Broly, Brian can rip it out of his hand right here.
Alright, let's see. Best part might just be seeing his hand right now.
Right, yeah.
Plan out your next play.
If he has 2 6-drops, I mean, you're kind of SOL. But he only has 3 cards. Brian's probably weighing his options here. Like, this is not the way he wants this game to go, and he just passed.
Pass.
Yeah.
So he ain't even rip anything?
No. Maybe he has a negate or a counterplay in hand. All right, so Victor did the Paragus play again. So he destroyed his own Demonic Restraint to draw a card, then replayed the Demonic Restraint from the drop to take a life. Now he's swinging at leader, so Brian has to discard a card. Okay, he violent raise. Nice. And he discards a card for the leader effect. So I'm going to assume he chose opponent can't attack with battle cards 20,000 power or more for the turn, because that turns off all the 6-drop Brolys. So that's why he didn't do anything else last turn.
He saw him in the hand.
Because
Maybe he did have two.
He knew he could violent raise and none of the 6-drops can attack.
For one turn.
Yeah. For as long as he can cycle violent raise. That's already 2 of them down.
And then he can do that next turn to try to get to his 5.
Yeah, but I mean, Brian still lost 2 cards in hand that turn because he violent raise. He had to discard for violent raise to get its effect, and then he had to discard for the Broly swing. It's already 2 violent raise down, so this might be the turn where he's going to detach one to look at Victor's hand. He charges his 1 card in hand. Better to charge it than just have to discard it, right?
Yeah, right. Just lose it. Ooh, a bean, too.
Yep. All right, he detached one.
That doesn't much.
Oh, he's adding back. He's not looking at Victor's hand. Okay, so since he's adding back the Emperor's Death Beam, he can minus 30k from something during a battle. That's probably what he's thinking here. But then again, Victor already has a Ribrianne and drop.
And now he saw the card.
Yep. Alright, so he sent Catastrophic Blow from the drop to the warp. It's going to let him check the top card of his deck. If it's an extra card, he can add it, and it is. It's Tyranny's Cost. So he's going to add the Tyranny's Cost to hand.
Do that. Play that, see 2 more cards.
He could, yeah. But no, he needs 3 energy for the Emperor's Death Beam. So I don't know if he wants to do that. Since he doesn't have an Invoker out on the field. Yeah, he passed. So both players...
4 energy go.
Yeah. Both players know that he has Emperor's Death Beam in hand. So like Victor knows that if he plays a 6-drop, the attack is not going to go through.
It's just going to get...
Yeah, because like if you look, the one he just charged is... I know it's an 8-drop, but it's 35k, so that would be 5k that it would be swinging for.
Yeah.
Alright, fellas, I'm not watching him, but I'm on.
Zach, he's playing against Set 1 Broly, Hand Destruction. It's already Game 2. He's getting wrecked. There's been moments where he's had 0 cards in hand. Right now he's got 4 in hand. He's fighting back.
There's been moments they both had 0 cards in hand.
Broly just awakened. Alright, Brian pays 3 for Sleepy Boy technique. That's going to let him draw 2 cards and return the Paragus to Broly's hand. That's a good play because it refills his hand. Brian still has to discard for the Broly swing, and he has to pop one of his battle cards, which is the cooler.
Invoker's too slow, like I tried to say. Invoker's way too slow right now for this format.
If he survives this turn, he's at 5 energy.
Yep, we'll see. That'd be great.
All right, so
he would have been already if he didn't mischarge in one turn.
Yeah. All right, so he paid 2. He's going to rib him to drop Brian back down to 2 cards in hand. Yes. Brian discarded the Emperor's Death Beam. Well, he can't do it now anyway because he's Sleepy Boyed instead. Plus, the guy doesn't have 3 open energy, so all right, the play is still alive. He replays the Paragus.
Does it again?
Yeah. So he's gonna.
It doesn't have anything to destroy though.
He destroys the Demonic Restraint because it's choose a card. It doesn't have to be a battle card. So he destroys the Demonic Restraint, sends it to the drop. It replays itself and it lets him rip a life. He didn't do it that turn, but that's the cycle that it does. All right, so Brian charges up to 5. Energy exhaust because he still has not seen Tournament of Power Arena. 2 cards in hand.
Dude, that's happened on like the past 3 games, and like that's the card you need to see turn 1. If you don't have it in your hand, mulligan all 6 cards.
I assume he mulliganed all 6 cards both games because it's something.
Like you have to see it turn 1. You don't see it turn 1, you're screwed.
All right, so he pays 2 for Tyranny's cost, lets him draw 2.
Yep.
His opponent only had 10 cards in hand, so he didn't get the discard. Oh, and Brian passes. That's all he could do is pass. He has 2 open energy, 3 cards in hand.
How many cards opponent?
11.
11.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it's a big difference.
No Ribriands in the drop for the Broly player. He does have demonic restraint on the field, so he can pay 3 for a 6-drop Broly. Let's see what he's going to do. He pays 1 for Demigri Unison.
Yeah, but Brian should get through this turn.
At 5 life, I think he can, yes.
At 5, yeah.
He has 5 life still? Okay, that's cool. So all he has to do is stall out to get a victory strike, but who knows if he has that in hand because he's got no hand.
Right, and he has to discard 1 now because the leader's swinging.
Yeah.
And granted, he's got to win this one and the next one.
Yeah, he has to win 2 in a row.
Doesn't matter. Just win 1 right now. That's all you got to worry about is winning 1 right now.
Nah, man, this game is so much slower than the first game. The first game was like minutes.
On 3 energy.
That's what I'm saying. Just worry about 1 at a time. You can't worry about multiple games.
All right, let's see what Brian has to discard for the leader swing still. Brian discards the Invoker Vegeta, which he knew he wasn't going to get a chance to play anyway. Like now he's just holding off for Apex. The Broly player needs to combo a rib here. If he can get another rib into the drop, he can pretty much lock this game up this turn. No combo. Brian takes the life. So down to 4 life, 3 cards in hand. Alright, Broly player taps 3 to summon the 6-drop Broly. He's going to rip 2 cards out of Brian's hand. He takes the outside cards again. He pulls his Dimension Magic and a Tournament of Power Arena. What a slap in the face. Alright, so that's a 30k double strike. Brian's at 4. If that Broly swings, you got to snap take these 2 life. Okay, he didn't even swing. He passed. Victor passed. Alright. Brian draws.
That's the way to do it. If you're not gonna win that turn, there's no point in swinging.
Yeah, no, this is a very good Broly player.
Well, it's OG Broly, so I mean he probably had plenty of time.
Yeah, this is a very skilled pilot here. All right, now Brian drew. Is he going to charge? Is he going to charge up to 6, leaving himself with 1 card in hand? He does not. He pays for Apex. He pays 5 for Apex.
How did he have that in his hand?
He had the Apex in hand. Any response? Frieza can't touch it because it's an 8-drop.
Let's go. That's all you needed. Apex, baby. Apex.
He detaches, probably to look at Victor's hand and add up combo power because it's something we talked about. He only has 2 cards in hand. Brian has 2 cards. If they're both super combos, he gets the 65.
This is interesting.
There's already 2 super combos in his drop. He can get the 65 at most.
Yeah, but Pandemia dropped a lot of supers early to make him drop cards.
Yeah, and he has 10 cards in hand right now.
He's like 3 of them. Yeah, that's a lot.
There's 2 in the drop.
5 apiece.
They each use 2 super combos already. Brian's gonna rip 1 card out of Victor's hand now.
That's the way to do it.
That'll drop Victor down to 9 cards in hand, to Brian's 2, swinging Victory Strike.
Well, Brian doesn't probably have much to combo with. Half of his deck is extra cards.
Right,
so.
He may not have anything to combo. He may just be swinging 45 base here.
Yep, but he still shuts him down.
But the Broly only has 1 open energy, and they run a lot of 1-10s.
Yep. Well, that's good, too. What's leader at 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the hand is revealed. There's 1 Paragus super combo, 3 shocking death balls, 4 shocking death balls. The game's over. He's just going to negate Apex's.
Brian won?
No.
Oh, no, you're saying he can negate it.
Yeah, he can negate. He has 4 negates.
Yeah, of course he can still negate. Yep, he can still negate.
Yeah, just negates the skills of non-extra cards.
Yeah,
he's got all 4
he has
balls.
All 4 shocking death balls in hand, and a Paragus.
Yeah, it's nice, dude.
Damn.
Brian, I think he's going to take a break for a while. He's been losing a lot. I'm pretty sure he's on that.
He ripped the shocking. Not very shocking for him to rip the negate.
And then he scoops his cards.
Does he? Does he?
No, but
No.
I mean he may as well.
What? Yeah, your next
I mean,
three
you still
attacks ain't gonna
swing.
go through.
He's swinging. You still swing. You make him play the shocking. He swung at the Migra
Yeah.
instead. Brian swung at the Migra. And the guy used the
What,
shocking
the
to
unison?
negate the attack. Yeah.
Unison?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess.
All right, so now Brian's swinging with leader. No, he's not. He changed his mind. He has 2 cards in hand. He passed his turn.
Your turn.
Yeah. All right. Victor draws. Is he going to charge to go up to 6? He does charge. He charges an extra demonic restraint because he doesn't need it. Brian's still at 4 life, so it all depends on what he rips. Now, if the guy taps 3 and plays another Broly Rampaging Horror to rip 2 cards out of Brian's
got
hand.
a double strike.
Yeah. I mean, with all that energy, he could pay 3 to play a 6-drop Broly. Pay 2 to rib. Right now he's swinging with lead, so Brian has to discard 1 of his 2 cards. If he combos a rib here, it's over. Brian thinking about what he wants to discard. He's got so many choices out of the 2. For all we know, they might just be laughing about this because, like, there's nothing you can do.
No, yeah.
All right, Brian didn't discard a card, and he just took the life instead. He should have discarded before he took that life. Oh, no, never mind. All the skills are negated from Apex. I forgot that. This entire turn, all of Broly's cards have blank skills, except extra cards. So even if even his double striker that's out is a single strike. It's Brian's turn!
Yeah.
It's Brian's turn!
One more turn.
Yo, if he could go into the energy explosion catastrophic blow play here.
Yeah, he's still got 3 more shocks.
No, 2, because we ripped 1 and he used 1. So he's got 2 more shocks. And he gets all his skills back next turn too, so.
Yeah.
Brian swinging at Demigra Unison with his leader.
6 energy.
Okay, he can't bait out a shocking death ball on the swing at Unison. Is Victor going to rip a life? He does. He goes down to 3. Watch, it was another negate. All right, here comes Apex. Apex swinging at Unison. Again. Baits out the shocking. All right, 3 down. 1 to go.
Got a double strike and a leader strike coming at you next turn at a minimum.
5 open energy,
He's gonna have
4
7
cards
energy.
in hand. Yep, and Brian passes. So he will have to discard when the Broly swings this time. Broly player up to 9 cards in hand. Charges another demonic restraint just because.
Energy.
Plus 1 on Demigra. Yeah, I mean, those demonic restraints are dead in your hand anyway.
Yeah.
Plays another Paragus. So now he can rip himself 2 life. Which is exactly what it looks like he's doing. Okay, he chose not to take the life. He just drew 2 cards.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go to 1.
Hey, I don't know. Oh, Violent Raise! Let's go! Let's go!
Nice.
So now the 6-drop Broly can attack, and any other 6-drop Brolys cannot attack.
Gets 1 more turn.
Let's go. Oh, but it killed Apex. That's right. The Broly swing still killed the Apex because he has to blow up a battle card.
Oh no.
The catastrophic blow could still be coming, though.
could do that better.
He plays another Paragus to draw another card. Brian had to discard a super combo. Oof. That's rough. Here comes the Unison swinging into the leader. Brian has one card in hand. And we know he has another Shocking Death Ball in hand. Alright, Brian takes it to go down to 2. I can't believe he's staying alive this long. Alright, pays 1 for a Bulma. Alright, Bulma's going to let him check the top 5. He can add a green Unison, specify cost of 2, or a green Saiyan, energy cost 3 or less to hand. Yeah, if he swings with this 1k Bulma and combos his entire hand to win the game with a Champa or something, that would be sick. Alright, he didn't take anything off of the top 5 search with Bulma. He's swinging with a Paragus. He's swinging with a 5k Paragus.
Uh-oh.
He's probably going to combo the other 2 Paragus and the Bulma to go up to 20.
Yeah. Take him down to 1 and
Yeah.
swing with a double.
Because he can't swing with the 20ks and up. So he can't swing with his big rollies.
With the 20s, yeah.
He can sure swing with 5s and combo.
What an interesting play. He might not even combo the other cards. He might drop from hand.
True, yeah. Because then he'll have more attackers. I mean, he still has...
And you could have 4 attacks.
He still has 4 more energy, too. Oh, he super combos. Paragus super combo on a Paragus attack.
There he is, super.
Yep, so that's going to let him draw 2 and then send 1 to the warp. And now it's a 15k 1-drop Paragus swinging in. Hey, I'm sure that this Broly player never had to play Broly like this before either. Alright, so he warps the Gohan.
Alright, putting the pressure on him. Just hoping he warped the death ball.
Yeah, by accident.
Oops.
Alright, he
Can I
goes
take
up
that
to
back?
20. And Brian takes it to go down to 1. He can't swing with that Broly. Violent Rays. Okay. Brian must have told him because he just restood it. He can still swing with the 2 other Paragus 1-drops and combo his entire hand if he wants.
Yeah. Combo the Broly, combo your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
And that would be game, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, because Brian's down at 1.
Brian probably can't get up to 20.
Alright, what's he doing? He's paying 1. To play a new Demigra. So then he can +1 and swing with a 15. Nice play. He probably ripped that off the Paragus super combo. So now there's another 15k attack coming in.
There it is. Drop the hand.
Oh yeah, you definitely you drop everything on this. Yep. Goes up to 20. And the fact that it's a Unison he's swinging with,
30.
you can't use Emperor's
He's got
Death
it with
Beam.
40 on the field.
Yeah, Emperor's Death Beam only hits a battle card, so he's just going to drop hand on this Demigra. Okay, he went 15. He just went to 25. Okay, Brian can combo with the Rival Seeker for free because he has a red-blue extra card in his drop. That gets him to 25, so he needs 1 more. Which I'm going to guess he probably doesn't have because this is taking a long time.
Just deciding which one of the 2 he wants to play.
No, because they're probably both extra cards. That's my guess. It's going to be like a Catastrophic Blow and a Sleepy Boy or something. Well, now if he had Sleepy Boy, he would have used it. I'm going to guess that that was it.
I'm saying good game right now.
Probably. Because I mean, Brian would have comboed another card here if he had it. Plus, now that he comboed off, the Broly player comboed off this Zarbon, he can play it from the drop area and swing with that too, even though it's only 5k. He can swing and dump cards into that. Yeah, Brian scoops it up.
There it is.
Tough one, man. That's the exact matchup that
Yep.
Invoker cannot beat. Oh, man. The exact matchup you can't beat, bro.
Ugh,
Yo, that
dude.
game 2 was sick, man. You
Oh,
thanks.
And then he reveals his
Almost.
hand
He had
and
4 shocking
four
death
shocking.
balls.
4.
Yeah. And I was like, I guess I'll take one of your shocking death balls.
Right. Yeah, and then you started swinging at the meager unison with Apex, and I was cracking up.
Dude, no, I had one. I wanted him to keep taking life because I had a catastrophic blow. And I was
Okay.
like, maybe he'll
If you
keep
could
taking
sneak
cards.
one catastrophic
And
blow in for
one.
5 energy.
No, because I had Invoker out. So he. Or,
That's right.
Apex,
Yeah,
is
Apex
Invoker.
has Invoker, yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude! I didn't see TOP in either game. Like,
And then when you did see it, he ripped it out of your hand with the Broly 6
Dude.
drop.
I had 3 cards in the hand. It was Tournament of Power, Apex, Dimension Magic. He picked Dimension Magic and Tournament of Power on
Did you purposely
either
put
side.
Apex as the middle card?
No.
Because the
But-
previous time he picked the 2 outside cards also.
Oh, good catch. Yeah, good catch. But, dude, I was just like, please don't shake that card, man. I'll just.
Yeah, we were so excited when you played Apex until
Yeah.
he flipped his hand around.
Yeah.
And then I realized his leader just makes me kill it myself.
Yep.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah, so you bought one more turn because you
bought
blanked
one
its
turn.
skills.
And I bought myself another turn because he could have activated his extra card to play that other Broly.
Yo, 2 violent rays that turn, that game
Yeah, you did.
to stop
You
his
did the
6
best you
drops.
could have.
Yeah, exactly. Violent Rays saved me 2 turns.
There's no way that
The cooler arrival
that was
also.
nice. Yeah. Yeah,
I
I
was
can
like-
guarantee there's no way Victor ever played a game like that with this deck.
Yeah.
He was
You
at
probably never
7.
swung with a
Brian.
5K Bulma before.
Almost, Brian. I was
Almost.
hoping you
Well,
had it, but
me too, man. And then that Broly deck is pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I
his
didn't even
OG
think like
Broly too. It's like they keep
I returned the
supporting it.
Paragus. I returned the Paragus,
And he
and then
just
he could
played
play it again and activate it again
and draw another card. Yep.
and draw another card.
And he was taking his own life by bouncing his demonic restraint to the drop.
I
And replaying
think he missed. I don't think he should have played the field card. He discarded it with leader card skill and then played it from drop. But that's when it's discarded from a battle area.
No,
I realized that like at
no,
the end of
it
the
says,
game.
It says discarded or removed from the battle area.
Oh,
It is.
okay.
It is
yeah.
both.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine then.
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing you could do. But that second game, you gave it your all, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
We were impressed.
Oh, good. I'm just